Probably been moving back and forth between shit, but whatever. Alright, 1 second, people. All I'm doing right now is trying to change the description of my thing. As soon as I do that, we're good to go. We gotta update that shit, but... Alright, let's get this over with, so we can get to this thing. Quickness. Alright, while I'm doing this, I don't want to take this too long. Guys, welcome to the stream. Now, this was being on YouTube, so it's being recorded, so whether someone sees it or not, or sees it right now, or sees it later, it's all good. But welcome to the stream. My name is Darkblade XX of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for DCUO, for the Dark Enforcers. Today we are talking about the next update to hit the test servers for DCUO. I really can't wait for this thing to come out. From everything I'm hearing, I'm just speechless. Maybe I'm a little bit biased in it. I think this is like the best thing to happen to DCO in a long, long time. Some people are, well, yeah, I can say that. Some people are comparing it to as big of an update as Game Update 47 was, which introduced CR differential. I'm gonna say it's way bigger than that, because CR differential was just about the combat in the game. This is going to change the core of the game completely, not just the combat, everything changes. There will not be a thing left untouched once this is done. So I can't really compare the two by saying that it's not as great or slightly different or something like that. Anyway, let's get to it. There's a lot of things I want to discuss. I'm going to go over the exact same points as the developers did in their video. When I try to explain stuff, also in the description down below, I'm going to change that. You'll see information to watch their own videos, so you can get your own detailed version of what I'm doing. I'm going to try to pretty much just give you a brief explanation of everything they said. For those of you who want a detailed explanation, you can pretty much just go to their video, really. Come on, finish setup. Come on, I don't got time. I do not have time. Let's do this. Yeah, this thing could really not be any slower right now, I swear. Alright, and now we're going to be doing this one, so I'll edit that now. Okay, to get back on topic, on task. The structure of what I'm about to tell you guys today is, well, that's kind of sucks. I can't copy everything, huh? Well, I'll edit it later. I'll just go back over it. Anyway, after the stream is over, there'll be a link in the description below. I would really like it if everybody would just go there and comment. Not on this video, but on the actual discussion that we're talking about. Go to their forums. Like, don't even worry about commenting on this video. I don't, because the devs aren't going to see it. They're not going to see it. And this is such a huge update. This is going to change the game completely. We're talking about, like, on the range of scale of when Destiny first came out. There was such huge hype for that game, and when people finally got it in their hands and started playing it, they realized that a lot of promised things didn't show up, and it got like lackluster and stuff. And then finally the expansion came out, and it made it a completely different game. So we're talking along the scales of that. This is going to make this a completely different game. This is going to be like DCUO 2.0, or like DCUO version 2. So this is something that's really, really, really game-changing and big. I want everyone to go out there that's watching this, like, I'll say this much. Stop watching this completely right now and just go straight to the link in the description below. I won't be able to put it up right now, but I'll have it probably by the end of this video. So if you're watching this later, just stop, don't even watch this. Just go to the link in the description below, go to their forums, watch their video, read their notes, and then please give your suggestions, your likes, your dislikes, anything, your thoughts, all of that, because they want the feedback. They've asked for the feedback, and this is something that is so important. To be unbiased, this has the potential to make this game so much better, or to completely destroy the game itself. So it's very important that everybody goes out there and gives their opinion after listening to what they have to say. On top of that, it's even more so important that once this hits test servers, everybody who has a PC, please go out there and test this. Everybody, please go out and test this. This is free to play, free to download, free to test. Everybody who has a PC that has the space to download it, that's all that's required. Download it, you get to test servers for free. Everybody can test this. Please test this out, because this is monumental. Alright, now that I said my piece on that, let's get straight into our discussion right now. With the stats revamp, there comes many different things. Categories will be, well, stats revamp. Next category, if my little note here thing starts working. The removal of AM and weapon mastery, the enhancing of supercharges, the modifying of power and power regeneration, the removal of power points, and end of mid-range, and future changes for DCUO. Now, I know, as I said some of that, people might have freaked out a little bit, but it's not that bad, and I'll explain why. Just calm down. It's going to be okay. When I first read those notes, I was like, what the... And I started to like, oh my god, they're going to destroy this. But I'm like, just calm down. Everything will be explained, and it will be... You will actually like it, I think. Just calm down, and I'll explain everything. Now, first off, the stats revamp. The way the game currently is, as long as you have a high CR, you're a top player in the game. And that is all that's required. Your loadout doesn't matter, your skill doesn't matter, just your gear, because your gear gives you CR. That's how the game is right now, and it really does suck when you think about it. As things stand, we have CR, then we have CR differential. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so everybody, once they hit level 30, that is the cap for your level. After that, it's based off your gear, which is your combat rating. So right down here, I am CR 162. My equipped it is only 149 though. Ah, God, I really can't help them and talk about this at the same time. Hey, please fuck up. Okay, cool. Anyway, my friends invited me. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, the way CR works is this. When it comes to your CR, the stronger you are, the better you will be at your role, as far as, like, if you're healing, you'll be able to give out more power. If you're tanking, you'll be able to defend better. If you're trolling, well, you'll be able to give more power. If you're damage roll, you'll be able to give out more damage. Now, the way it works is like this. The higher your CR is above the NPC, the more damage you can do, and the more damage you can actually take. The lower your CR is above the enemy NPC, the less damage you do, and the less damage you take. So it's kind of like, you don't really need to have skills, you just need to have a high CR rating. And CR rating is earned by getting your gear. The better gear you get, the higher your CR goes.
Move.
Hey, what's up? How's it going? Let me change one thing, because, unlike Twitch, I bet speak. Alright, so we're gonna do that instead. Alright. Okay, so to get back on topic, CR differential. As I was saying, the higher your CR is above your opponents, the stronger you'll be in damage, and the more damage you'll be able to actually take. And the weaker your CR is above your opponents, the weaker you will be in damage, and the more damage you will actually take in. Yeah. It was shiny. Yeah, I picked up a weapon a while ago as a Brainiac style. I wanted to wear it. Anyway, to get back on task, so CR differential, that is going to actually change now. Instead of having CR differential in the game, CR will still remain in the game. It will still mean something. However, what's going to happen now is, I am going to take that gear out while we're doing this. I mean, I'm not going to really be able to fight, but I definitely don't want something that's going to make me weaker than, you know, what I already am. Okay, there we go. Now my CR is back up to where it's supposed to be. Look at that, went up like, what, 10 levels? Okay, there we go. Oh, that.
We must release my brothers. Their sinful energies are fueling Brother Blood and Trigon.
So instead of
Bring
having
my brothers to me, and I will banish them
CR
back
will
to
still
the
be in the game, but
wastelands.
CR will have a less of a role than it already has. The way it is in the game right now, as I told you, your CR means everything. It's better than having a loadout, better than having a good rotation. It's better than knowing what you have to anything, because you can power level to the top CR in a day or 2 days. So the way things are OP. That fast, you'll probably still be able to do anything anymore, except for you can now queue into this. Yeah, maybe if I would have had. I just jumped in here. I don't really know what we're doing. We're going for a feed or something. Okay. Well, anyway, since I'm dead now, I can actually talk about stuff. Yeah, that worked out actually. Anywho,
The world shall be mine.
going back to what I was saying. Your CR now will be nothing more than, if you're at this CR, you can now queue into this content. That's all it will mean from now on. It will be a signal to tell how strong you are, but it will no longer have a direct impact on how well you perform in combat. From now on, only your stats will matter. Now, of course, you know, being stats matter. Now, a lot of people are jumping over this saying, oh my god, I don't have time to get this SP or get this or get that or get that. It's your stats are more than just your skill points. It's way more. Your gear gives you stats. Your mods give you stats. Your neck mods, your tactical mods, you know, your affinity mods, all those give you stats. Your socket bonuses give you stats. Everything gives you stats. With that being said, not having one of those isn't really going to kill you. What they're doing is, everything will be based on stats. The higher your stats are, the more effective you will be. Because let's face it, if that's not how it's supposed to go, then what's the point of even having a stat window? So what's going to go on now is, now stats will be nothing more than a signal to determine your strength in the game, but will have no longer any direct impact on how you perform. AKA, it will be a measurement of how powerful you are, but not a determining factor. Along with that, they're going through the game, looking at all the numbers for everything that they give you, and redistributing where stats come from, and also how you gain stats. Now, to sum that all up, what it really means is they're going through and they're looking at every single thing that gives you stats from the ground up. So we're talking about, when you go to your skills, go to your weapons, and for instance, brawling. When you click on the first point of brawling, it gives you +5 restoration, and the next one gives you 24 health, the next one gives you 5 restoration, and then 10 precision, and so on, and then all the stats in here. They're redistributing, my bad, where all this comes from. So they're actually changing it up. From now on, the weapon tree that you see right here will have nothing but weapon moves. That's it. So all of those stats you see in all of these columns are being removed. From now on, this will be just an attack. This will be just an attack. As it is right now, it's an attack and stats added. It will be just attacks. All these stats down here from these rows are all being removed. The only role that's going to stay in place is weapon mastery role. You will still be able to do weapon mastery, however, it will require only 1 point. Matter of fact, if you go up here all the way to the top right, over here you see brawling mastery, that is going away. You will no longer be required to use 20 points to go into a weapon mastery. You will just have to put enough points to go down to the bottom row, which is right here, which will be the only row at the bottom from now on. However, you will probably still be required to go into the other weapon, which is just a few points now. So it's not that bad. Now you're probably saying, where are all my stats going to? Your stats are going into a new category called stat points. Matter of fact, there's other stats that are also being moved over there. If you go to your powers and you can go to iconics, you notice that the 2 bottom rows have stats on them. Those stats are being removed and also placed into the category known as stat points. I wish I was on a PC so I could actually show you guys what that looks like. Unfortunately, I can't do nothing like that on a PlayStation 4. However, I do have an old, well, I can't say an old video, but I do have a second to last video I made was on Stats Matters, and it has all the information in it, along with a link to the actual developer's video, so you can get detailed information. Also, in that description of my video, I have a link down to the forums where you guys can comment and ask them questions, and they can answer you back. Because, let's just be truthful, they're probably never going to even see this video I'm making right now. So, asking your questions here, I can only answer what I know. But every single thing, they can answer that. I can't. I can only answer what I know from hearing them answer questions. Because they also did a comment and question section, which I remember. So I can only answer what I know. Okay, along with that, as you see in the weapons column, I guess I'll wait until we go into combat. As you see into the weapons column, let's go to both real quick. Okay, so we got the, right here we got the 15 might, we have the 8 vitalization, we have the 5 restoration, we have the 10 precision, and nothing here. So every one of these points right here are going to just be regular attack moves. All of these are going to be added to a new column known as stat points. Also the ones from iconic powers. So what's going to end up changing is when you go to the traits window, this is the traits windows, you got power, skill, loadout, it's going to change. At the very top, it's no longer going to say powers. Because as it stands right now, when you click on powers, you have 2 tree windows. It's no longer going to say that. It's just going to say like nature, or earth, or fire, or hard light, or rage, whatever power you are. It's just going to say that. But that's getting into something else, so I'll get to that in a second. As far as your skill points, stat points window, it's going to have columns that increase as you gain CR. So the first column will let you spec into a certain thing 20 times, the next column will let you spec into something 40 times, the third column will let you spec into it 170 times, and the last column will also let you spec into something 170 times. And what they're doing now is they're making it so that each and every skill point you get will actually mean something. What that means is, as it is right now, when you spend a skill point in this game, it is unnoticeable. If you earn 1 skill point right now and put into something, you won't notice it at all. Heck, if you get 10 skill points and put it into a category, you will not notice
Their
it.
sinful energies
Period.
are fueling Brother Blood and Trigon.
It takes about 30 to 50 skill points
back to the wastelands.
for you to notice something, a change in your character. Actually, I really want to say 50. You will not notice anything. So what they're doing is they're changing it. They're going to make every single skill point you get noticeable. Not like godly OP, but noticeable. You will notice when you get a skill point from now on. Oh, for a second, I thought we were doing this with no healer. Oh shit.
Pitiful. Your strikes are meaningless.
Alright, so what's going to be happening is they're going to be going through, and all those stat points you get, like critical health and critical power and more health, dominance, all those are going into their own category in stat points, and you'll be able to spec into everything on one screen. So for instance, the first time you spec, if you're a damage roll, you'll be able to spec into 1% critical attack, and you'll be able to spec into that 20 times. As you increase in level or CR, depending on where you're at, you'll be able to spec into it again, this time for 40. And it'll be at a slightly increased pace, like, you know, for instance, that time it'll be either 1% or it might go up to 2% per spec. After that, you get into the actual, like, real physical stat increases. And those increase greatly. The first one will let you increase your might or precision by 150. That's right, 150. And you'll be able to spec into that 170 times. So gradually you'll be increasing your might, and you will actually feel it every time you put a skill point in. Or say you want to go with precision, and you'll go into precision 150. Once you put all your stuff there, you can go down to below, then you can grab might. If you're a troll, you can go into power 300, or go into dominance for as much as you want. It's gonna be so amazing, being able to not have to go into every single weapon if you don't want to. This is their way of making it so that, I'm gonna say it, when specting will be worth it with your hard-earned skill points, so that each point you use, each and every single skill point will be worth it when you spend it. Now with that being said, yes, SP, aka skill points, are going to mean more than what they currently mean right now, because right now they don't mean a thing at all. You can beat this game and be top tier without having any skill points, which is kind of sad.
I thrive on pain.
So what they're going to do is they're going to increase the worth of skill points while also increasing the worth of mods. Why mods? Because just like skill points, mods are hard earned. So they're going to increase that. They're going to increase everything, right? The only thing they're not really going to increase, they're going to increase it, but it's going to be very, very slightly, unfortunately. What they're going to increase is very, very slightly is socket bonus. Because what their goal is to do is to create creativity with your loadouts, not everybody having the same cookie-cutter loadouts. They don't want to go back to, if you have to play this role, or if you have to be this power, you must be this role, or you're going to be ineffective. Or you must use this loadout if you're going to be this power. They want to create loadouts based on your gameplay style, and not if you're this power, you have to use this loadout. For instance, fire tank. There's really only one loadout for fire tanking. So if you're a fire tank, you're pretty much using the one loadout, and everybody in the game has it. They want to create creativity. We want to see thousands upon thousands of different loadouts per person based on your play style.
Your strikes are meaningless.
So I guess I'm getting into the next part now, what I kind of want to talk about. Along with changing of stats from the stat page and the removal of stats from the iconic tree into the stat points page comes... Oops, I did. Comes mods. What they're going to do is they're going to increase the worth of mods. What I mean by that is they're going to make mods worth a lot more, so that when you put a mod in, you notice it. Because let's face it, when you go to a mod and you put something in, you get like maybe 36 precision, 36 might, or if you're a tank, you get like, I want to say maybe 30 health, 30 dominance, something like that. You're not going to feel that from one mod. Now, you put one mod in, it's not a game changer. I mean, if you have a socket mod, it's kind of cool, but you're not really going to notice it whatsoever. Your stats on your sockets and skill points don't really mean nothing. If you put one mod in, it's not going to change the game for you. You're not going to say, damn, I feel so much more powerful. You're not going to feel it. What they're going to do now is they're going to make it noticeable. Oh, Julius came out of nowhere. I am still kind of lost to see whether we're going for a feat or if we're just in here just to do random shit.
I thrive on pain. Your strikes are meaningless. Love hurts.
Now this would be a nice test to see if she can actually troll for Lexi. This would be a nice little test. Now that I think about it.
Why resist?
Well, if she was alive, I guess that'd be a better test. Am I the only one person that's up? I'm about to be the only person that's up. But... should I tank too? Huh?
Stupid little.
Yeah, should we have... Are we going for a feat? What's going on? I'm just here. I'm discussing stuff, so I'm not really concentrating because I don't know what I gotta do. So I'm not trying to do too much. I don't want to fuck anything up. Are we going for a feat, or are we just straight up beating it? Because it sounds like you guys have been here for a minute now. Okay, we're just beating it now? Cool. Alright, so... yeah, as long as no one stands in the fire, we should be straight then.
I was
We're
recruited
all
with the promise
overgeared.
of fighting evil. Oh, but instead I'm selling colas in hell.
We're all over gear, we should be good. Okay, so, as I was saying, the one thing that's not going to be really increased is going to get increased, but very, very slightly. Because we don't want anybody to rely on it, and we don't want anyone to be penalized for not having it. Socket bonuses. You know, when you put your mod in, if you match up the color, you get a socket bonus. Those are going to be increased too, but not as much. We don't want people to feel like they have to get the socket bonus or they'll be penalized for not having it. Because you increase it too much, everybody will feel like they need to have it, and that's the last thing we want. We're trying to create creativity in multiple loadouts, not just one, along with different characters, not every character having the same thing. So, characters, customization, all based on your playstyle. Now, what all this entailed is pretty much, this is going to be in line with where your CR is. So every stat increase you do, every skill point you use, every mod you use, every neck mod, every technical mod, will be worth it when you spend it and put it on your character. Which leads me to my next topic, the removal of AEM and Western Mastery. Bonuses only, so don't
Their
panic.
sinful energies are fueling Brother Blood and Trigon.
Only
Bring
the bonuses
my brothers to me
are
and I will
going now.
banish them back to the wastelands.
Yeah, I still wish I knew if we were actually just going for feats or if we're just trying to beat this, because it's kind of funny. We're all overpowered, so like we must be going for a feat. We must be going for a feat. That's my guess. I got ninja invited. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, the removal of AM and Weapon Mastery. Bonuses only. Don't panic. Weapon Mastery and AM are not going anywhere. You can still use them. You can still do damage. However, you won't get anything in the neighborhood of what you're getting right now. What I mean by bonuses is, when you use Weapon Mastery, you get, oh yeah, someone started saying it, yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah, like that shit right there. I'm guessing that's your power. Because it doesn't look exactly like, hey, where's the, your Brother Blood doing his thing? I'm low, so I don't really think you're gonna get benefit from me doing DPS, especially when we have.
Curse you!
Yeah, we got 3 DPSs.
Your strikes are mean.
You want me to just go ahead and go tank real quick? I can pretty much set it, forget it, and talk on video at the same time.
I will heal myself with your blood.
Alright, she's OP, so I'm going to chance, going all out.
Brother Blood cannot bleed.
She's pretty fucking good when it comes to, oh damn, I'm in combat, I might not be able to switch this power.
Boring.
Let's hope so, because if I don't switch that up, it's going to be suck
waiting
as far
for
as a
you.
pull.
Brother Blood
Nope,
cannot
can't switch it.
bleed.
Oh well. Yo, Brother Blood, over here. That reminds me, what is Shadow actually doing? Is he only tanking Jared? You should be pulling everything. What a power at though. Oh god damn it, why did you say that before I came in and switched the tank? This is my spam loadout. Oh god. Son of a... Oh man, you know, look, I use my soda, it's gone already.
Don't fight your feelings.
Okay, anyway, what I mean by the advanced mechanics and weapon mastery bonuses leaving. Actually, if I die, I'll be able to show you it quicker. I don't want to die on purpose, though. I swear I thought we were going for feats because I saw people dropping and I was thinking like, are they going for feats? Because the only time people that are power, or well, not I can't say power, only people that are overpowered when they come into a low level place and die is when they're going for feats. So my first thought was, damn, the whole team's dropping. Alright, we must be doing a feat. Maybe it's a feat I don't have yet.